guys, welcome to Classic Rock and Country Music Facts and Trivia. Appreciate you being here. Hoping this one will bring some more viewers. Viewership's way down for some reason. I've been trying to pick the stuff that you seem to like. I'm hoping this will bring it back because this is pretty interesting stuff right here. Anyway, it was for me. I'm going to give you the names of 10 artists, I believe. That had a beef with the rock band Kiss. When I say 10 artists that had a beef with the rock band Kiss. Let's take a look at who they were. Start with Ice Cube. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame has always been a spearhead for controversy. Although Kiss were inducted back in 2014, Gene Simmons had an issue with NWA going in the year after, saying, "You're killing me." That doesn't mean those aren't good artists, but they don't play guitar. They sample, and they talk. They don't even sing. During the acceptance speech, the members of NWA sent a message loud and clear back to Gene. While MC Ren mentioned Simmons from that stage, Ice Cube was more direct, saying, "The question is, are we rock and roll?" And I say, damn right, we're rock and roll. Rock and roll is a spirit that connects us all. Not true. Ace Frehley. The end of Kiss's core lineup contains a lot of he said, she said. Although Ace Frehley's face appeared on Creatures of the Night, he left during sessions of Music for the Elder, saying that was the icing on the cake when he quit the group. I took the CD and I threw it against a wall. When Kiss were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Frehley was not welcome to put on the makeup with Simmons, saying he no longer deserves to wear the paint. The makeup is earned. Just being there at the beginning is not enough, and if you blow it for yourself, it's your fault. Frehley eventually lashed out at Kiss after the ceremony, saying they had tried to derail my solo career multiple times over the years, unsuccessfully. Nikki Sixx will be the first to tell you that Kiss was a major inspiration for him. After hitting the big time with Motley Crue, Sixx had a few choice words for his heroes. When Simmons implied that the musical icon Prince had died of a drug overdose, Sixx said his recent heartless remarks show why he's not my hero anymore. I think that Gene is an overrated, lucky guy that dresses like a clown. He wrote some good songs, but hasn't in a long time and loves to brag about himself. Slash. Before Guns N' Roses began, Slash was already growing up in the heart of Hollywood. After Paul Stanley scouted Guns N' Roses and volunteered to produce their record, the rest of the band thought it wouldn't be the right fit. Once Appetite for Destruction took off, Stanley took offense to Slash's bad-mouthing his production skills to the press. Slash eventually reached out to Stanley for a deal with one of his trademark guitars, but Stanley didn't call him because of what he said about him. After catching up, Stanley said, "You should be careful about airing your dirty laundry in public," and refused to give Slash a deal. Paul Stanley may have had high hopes for Guns, but he's not the one to make up so easily. Aeros Smith. In the early 70s, Kiss and Aerosmith were two of the best hard rock bands ever. When they went on tour in 76, Steven Tyler had some harsh words to throw their way. After coming off tour, Tyler compared them to being comic book rock band without any credibility. Although Joe Perry remained a fan, Tyler was still skeptical, saying, "Sometimes I get offended by their music. I hear that and go, what's this all about? What do they really mean it?" That's why Aerosmith has been around forever, because we take ourselves seriously. A levitating drum kit might seem fun for rock fans, but according to Tyler, you should be able to get the job done without flashiness. Carlos Santana. Kiss has always thrived on bringing the rock and roll circus to town. If you ask Carlos Santana, music should be all you need. When asked about the members of Kiss, Santana singled out Gene Simmons for not caring about his musicianship. Comparing him to Vegas Show, Santana said Simmons hides his talent beneath costumes and makeup. A musician doesn't need the mask or the mascara. There's a difference between an entertainer and a musician. While Simmons would tell you he isn't the best musician in the world, he was willing to fire back, saying that he's tired of watching bands like Santana looking down at their shoes and thinking that's a rock concert. Whatever some idea of real musicianship is, the image of Kiss playing on stools doesn't make any sense. David Lee Roth. As Kiss embarked on their farewell tour, Simmons wasn't enthusiastic about the opening bands on the bill. While Simmons supported Van Halen before they had a record contract, he thought David Lee Roth was spent during the tour, saying, "I don't know what happened to him. Back in the day, there was no one who could do what he did." Diamond Dave isn't one to forgive so easily, making a post of Instagram with the title "Roth to Simmons," which features a young boy flipping the bird to the camera. Simmons has since apologized for calling Dave out, saying that he was sorry for hurting Roth's feelings. Even to celebrate their final years in the touring life, Simmons was still finding ways to make enemies. Ravan Fleet. Many rock bands were pissed off when Gene Simmons called the genre dead back in the early 2010s. Rock and roll was not going to go quietly, and Ravan Fleet put Simmons in his place, or so they think. When asked about Simmons' claims that the genre was on its last legs, frontman Josh Kiska answered Simmons directly, saying, and I've heard a lot throughout the years, I guess people blowing hot air about, I think rock and roll can become dormant, but you can't kill something that supersedes time. It's an attitude, a spirit, and a celebration. Simmons claimed that God gave rock and roll to us. So, he's probably right. Kiss never claimed to have any political agenda. Politics have no place in music for Gene Simmons, and he made sure everyone knew it when Pearl Jam showed their colors. After Eddie Vedder performed a satirical song against George Bush, Simmons laid into the grunge rocker, saying, I do know that a segment of the audience will stop. I'm one. I bought Pearl Jam records. I'm out. He crossed the line. It's hard to take. Yes. Justin Bieber. Rock and roll. Kiss is all about giving their all to the people. So when a pop star isn't even trying, Gene Simmons is going to have something to say. When Justin Bieber started canceling his show, Simmons had some nasty words for the pop star, saying that the pop star should get a life and even bringing up white privilege as a reason why Bieber can be excused from performances. Although Simmons wished Bieber well, he's not going to cater to the divas that he sees. The believers might excuse anything that Bieber does, but none of that matters when you have the face of a demon. Artists. Let me start with this was actually put out by, and I changed a few words because it made me mad, but The Pit, I put this out. As far as David Lee Roth goes, he's 100% right, Gene was, and the little boy flipping off, let's grow up. Aeros Smith, Steven Tyler, dude, rock and roll. He put on a great rock and roll show. I seen him in 77, Aeros Smith. I seen Kiss in 77, and Kiss was a much better show. I enjoyed it much better. Kiss is a concert band, which happens to sold, is the U.S. band with the most sales of record albums in America. Band. Rock and roll band. Heavy metal, whatever. Most gold records is what it was. So they sold records. But they were a concert band. And they would have blown, I mean, Aerosmith's a great band, got a lot of great music, but not the same in concert. It's apples and oranges, man. Ice Cube, you ain't rock and roll. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, no such thing. I could vent on this for hours because it's just, and I'm not backing it because Kiss got political. And they did. Gene did, at least. Paul usually tried to stay out of it. But as far as the politics thing go, I agree. I don't think Hollywood or rock and roll or country or anybody should be telling me what they think. I mean, they got this huge podium. Who cares? Entertain me. That's all I got for you. Sorry to vent. But this kind of got under my skin. You guys, don't forget about classic TV facts and trivia. Appreciate you going over there and checking it out. Don't forget to like this video, even though I went on ranting and venting. Have a great day. God bless. I'm kind of mad at them, but I'll still be praying for you.